Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Friday, April 1st, 2016. Today's is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, great to be with you. We have 6 currency pairs to look at with analysis and commentary. Also going to talk about some news data, but this is the big NFP non-farm payrolls day. So really, that is the big one, and I think the rest of the news really doesn't count because I don't think anybody's going to pay attention to it, as it always is. All right, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, I came back on the Big Bird, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Traders, I'm in my 8th year. In fact, in about 2 weeks, I will have completed my 8th year here in Thailand, and I love being in Asia. It's absolutely wonderful, great place to retire. How do I trade? Well, I listen to fundamentals all day long. Fundamentals is so important. You need to know what's going on around the world. You need to know when people are going to speak. You need to know when numbers are coming out, because it can affect your trade. Now, if you can afford 300 pip stops and take 300 pip losses, you really don't have to worry about it, right? Chances are you'll be okay. I can't do that. I don't have that kind of equity, so I need to know what's going on around the world and protect my positions. However, I am a technician. I love looking at charts, candlesticks, price action, price structure, price failure, support, resistance, all that stuff, Fibonacci. I use all that stuff in my trading to give me the edge on my side, and that is really what it is all about. So I take my fundamentals and I take my technicals and I put them together and I come up with a trade plan. Once my trade plan is set and I like what I see, I'll enter the trade. Once the trade is entered, I do not touch the trade unless I see the trade is going against me and it's bad. Then I'm just going to get out. I don't need to wait 20 pips or 40 pips for my stop loss to get hit if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I get out. Remember, the name of this game is capital preservation. Live to trade for tomorrow. All right, that's just a little bit about myself. And let's get over to our risk disclaimer and keep the lawyers happy. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, that's it. Let's go over to the news and commentary. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. The Kiwi today, New Zealand, had some data come out today, and I think the biggest one was private sector credit, which came out at 0.6 and consensus was 0.5, and that came out pretty well. The rest of the data that came out had no projections today. So today, Japan is speaking. The Bank of Japan's Governor Kuroda speaks in the Asia session. It's late in the Asia session, but yes, they are speaking. Also, they have housing starts, which came out already, and that came out at 7.8. They were expecting 2.4, so their housing starts came out really well. All right, so in London session, we have Bank of England's Governor Carney is speaking today, and we also, everything else is low impact. Really, unemployment rate out of Germany today, and that's even low. German unemployment change is high impact, and they are expecting negative 7K. That's the consensus, and previous was negative 10K. So that's what's happening with that. And then as we move down the calendar, we have Great British Pound's GDP quarter on quarter. They're expecting 0.5. Previous was 0.5, so no big change there. And GDP year on year is forecasted for 1.9. Previous was also 1.9. Don't think that's going to be a market mover for today. Also in the Eurozone, we have the Euro has CPI coming out today. Consensus is negative 0.1. Previous was negative 0.2, so they're expecting an improvement there. That's good to know. And then we get into the U.S. session, and Canada has GDP month on month, and that should be a market mover. Now, why is this not showing? Okay, here we go. U.S. has like 8 pieces of data coming out today, but of course the big one is non-farm payrolls. Comes out 1 hour before the stock market opens. They're expecting 205K. Previous was 242. Unemployment rate is 4.9. They expect that to hold at 4.9. So those are really your high impact news alerts. U.S. has manufacturing PMI, low data, Michigan consumer expectations. What do I not like about this? ISM manufacturing also comes out today, 30 minutes after the U.S. market opens. That's going to be 10 o'clock on Wall Street. That's 2100 hours in Thailand. So quite a mixed batch there. What do I not like about this NFP data coming out? Yeah, there's like 7 pieces of data that's coming out today, and that is not really what we want to see. Let's take a look at how the markets closed. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.18%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.20%. And the Nasdaq closed up 0.01% barely, and the small cap 2000 closed up 0.23%. Let's head over to Eurozone, and I just see a bunch of red, my friends. The DAX closed negative 0.81%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.46%. And the CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 1.34%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing at 1.22%. Traders, let's head over to my side of the world. The Nikkei 225, which is currently trading, is negative 2.14%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 1.24%. The China A50 out of Shanghai is negative 0.13%. And the Hang Seng is out of Hong Kong is positive 0.04%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is negative 0.32%, as all those countries are currently trading at the moment. All right, so that's what's going on with the indices and the economic calendar. Commentary for today is, well, I wouldn't be trading myself. I would take the day off if it was my opinion. Don't trade NFP if you're not very experienced in trading NFP. That will whipsaw you and beat you up. The consensus and what they had previous is very close. I think it was 123 to 243, and they were expecting 210. That's pretty close. And if it goes down to 180 or 75, I think we're going to see some really crazy price action. So we need to be careful with that. My mentor and used to say NFP Friday was a nice 3-day weekend. Go back to sleep if you're in the United States. If you're in Asia, take the day off and go play a nice game of golf. No reason to trade NFP. It's just going to get you in trouble. With that, let's head to the charts. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, not a lot of price action on this euro. It made this move up yesterday. Look at that, right off the 55 exponential moving average. Goes up, goes sideways, and here we are. What am I looking for? Well, if it pulls up to the R1 at 1.1412, we'll sell it. That'd be a great place to sell it. If it doesn't move up and breaks the daily pivot and the 55, we'll get it at 1.1351. I'm looking to take profit at the S2 reversal pivot point at 1.1270. So that's what I'd like to take profit at. Let's take a look. Very easy trade plan, by the way. Very, very easy. We just need to see some price action. And we do have a lot of medium impact data today, so there's a good chance that will happen. Take a look at the pound. The pound has done absolutely pretty much nothing. It popped its way up there. You can see I put a range in here. We're in the middle of the range. This needs to pull up to the R1 in the top of the range at 1.4413. We'll get out at the S1 pivot and also the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4319. I think that would be our best bet on this trade. Here's the Euro Aussie, and what are we looking for here? This already left the station, right? So we have to get through all this junk first. I'm not entering this short with a 55 and a 200 exponential moving average. If you look left of the chart, there is a lot of price action junk there. So we want to get through that. And we'll enter at S1 at 1.4795. And we'll get out at S2 at 1.4732. Really nice trade plan, but it's got a lot of support to break through. And just don't know if it's going to happen. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen, surprisingly, has had a couple of up days, and I'm expecting this to dump down. The problem today is we have Kuroda speaking in about 4 hours, and he can really rock the boat. So we'll see what he says, but I want to break through this daily pivot point, this 55 exponential moving average. We can enter this at 127.65, and we'll get out at S1 at 127.30. You're saying, well, Bill, that's only a 35 pip trade. Yeah, it's also NFP Friday, and we just take whatever pips we can get the heck out, because it's going to cause some trouble. All right, here we have the New Zealand dollar, and this is in a range. It's nasty. I put a trend line trade in today. I want to break the trend line. Let's get a retest of the trend line. See if we can get in this at 0.6900, which is a psychological level. So really we want to get it like 68.90. We'll get in the trade and we'll get out at 0.6831. So it is not going to be an easy trade, and it's probably not going to do anything until New York comes, as all its data has already come out, and it's going to be pretty slow today. If you're going to trade today live, trade in Asia and the London Open. By London lunch, you need to be out of your trades, which is like 2 hours before NFP is released. Traders, I don't know why, but I have the Euro Aussie 2 times on my charts today. Same trade plan. We're going to get at 1.4795. We'll get at 1.4732. And we just need to get through all this junk again, through this 55 and this 200 exponential moving average. Traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. And with commentary, really, if you're going to trade today, trade on a demo account. Don't get beat up. You never want to go into a weekend with a loss. It affects my weekend. I'm sure it will affect yours. Let's be patient. If you're going to get in a trade, make sure you finish trading by London. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit our website at FX Clearing for your trading solutions. Traders, have a great weekend break. Spend time with loved ones, friends, family, even a guy driving down the road in a pickup truck. Give him a good wave for the wheel. And we will catch you in the next Asia session. Traders, take care. Always remember to trade smart and not hard. Don't forget, it's NFP Friday. Be careful. All right, traders, take care now. Bye-bye.